already here. Good afternoon. Good afternoon to everyone. Good evening if you're in somewhere where it's evening. It is freezing cold up here, and so I thought, what the heck? Best thing, let's make some chili, which is one of my best, my favorite rather, cold weather comfort food. So there is, and you probably know I'm going to say this, there is no one right way to make chili. There's as many ways to make chili as there are people that make it. And here we go. We're getting this. Pot's warming up. There's some olive oil in there. I've already browned off the ground beef, and I will be adding that later. And we're going to Canadian in there. Hey, Marley, crazy grandma. How you doing? Who's all in here? Let me look. I'm worrying about the cooking part. Baby Love is here, and Paula's here, and Mike is here. All right. To my American friends, hope you're enjoying Martin Luther King Day. And you guys got a new president. For better or worse, we'll soon find out. Okay, this thing's starting to go. I've got my veggies in here. They go in. I hope my pot is big enough because I'm making one ginormous batch of chili here. In here I've got chopped carrots. I've got celery. I've got mushrooms. I've got onion, happen to have red onions, which is a bit of a treat, so I'm doing that. And of course some chopped up Halibut pinos, which you people better know as jalapenos. Add the salt. Grate in some pepper. I'll be adding other spices. Now this thing's going to have to saute a bit and reduce. And we'll, of course, adjust for taste later. Yeah, I got the serious spoon. Okay, the serious wooden spoon. So, sizzling away. Let that start to combine and blend. So I'm making enough that I'm not only going to have some, but I'll be able to freeze some and take it with me next month when I go to when I go and house sit. Yeah, that's going to come up for a while. Now, the one thing I do not have is any kind of a drink. Should I get myself a drink? I did open up a Roja yesterday and it's mostly full because I only had one glass. So what do you think? Yes or no? Yes, yeah, I figured you'd say yes. Okay, you guys watch the pot. Let me know if anything strange happens. Okay, here we are. My glass of Spanish Roja. And for those of you that are just coming in later, we are making chili. And I'll tell you, even myself, I often put different ingredients in here depending on what I feel like or what I may or may not happen to have. This is today's version of this. And like I said before, there is no right or wrong way. It's a great adventure and really good when it is freezing cold, which I'm assuming is freezing cold for most of you. And, you know, what's that saying? It's cold enough to freeze certain body parts off of a brass primate, something like that. I even made sure so that whatever background music, if you can hear it, it's all classical music. So I know any sort of copyright is long expired, and YouTube can, you know what they can do. Okay, these things are starting to soften up a bit, just to get them going. Only thing I have in here, and I've got a whole blend of spices which I'm going to be adding after I do the meat, or add the meat in there. This is my mix of spice blend. Now in there I've got my chili powder, I've got cumin, I've got onion powder, I've got garlic powder, thyme, and oregano. And that's going to get tossed in a little later before I add the tomato components. And off I go. Will you save me a bowl when Seamus and I get there? Oh, there'll be tons, Mike. You don't have to worry about that. There will be tons. Man, I'm so domestic. I even cleaned up the stove so it's not nearly as messy as it was before I did this. Okay, another couple minutes, then we're going to add back the ground beef. Let that marry together, and then we'll add our other products. Tony! Hey, hey! The Sicilian Aussie is here. How you doing? So I guess for you it is early morning, I guess, right? 4 o'clock in the morning? Why, what are you doing? You should be in bed. Bring extra batteries, Mike. Okay, that's getting all right. Let's add the ground beef. Oh yeah, we will probably just barely have enough room to put everything in there. Still got the kidney beans to go in here and all the tomato sauces. Hopefully stuff will start coming in together. Oh well, if I run out of room, I'll just have to take some out, put it in a separate pot and prepare it separately. But I won't do that until all the spices are combined and we're into the sitting in and actually turning from this crazy stuff into an actual chili. 6 a.m. Okay, so there you've got the 15 hours ahead. So that means you must be on the far east end of the continent, correct? Okay, add in the seasoning. You always know you're making chili when you can smell that cumin. Give that a good mix around. Put in the tomato paste. Better have a sip of wine. celery tried to escape. Get back in there. Okay, that's come together. Tins of tomatoes. I use diced tomatoes because they, I don't mind some chunky bits of tomato. You, of course, can use fully strained. You can use whole tomatoes. Like I said, there is no right or wrong. Last thing left, kidney beans. One can. Two cans. Holy moly. Looks like I'm just going to have enough room. How do you like them potatoes? What do you think, guys? Yeah, looks like we just have enough room. Turn that heat down, put the lid on, and let it do its thing. So, since that's sort of boring, I'm going to just take this thing off the holder. And here I am. Let's go over to the living room. And we'll come back and check on that after that's been cooking a while. But I don't think I want to end the live right now. That would be dumb. So let's go over here. I better get my other stand. Oh, see, I'm short of hand. I'm holding the phone with one hand, holding the glass of wine and the stand with the other hand. And I managed that. Go and sit down. Don't spill the wine. Ah, there we go. Success. Yeah, well, no, it should come together in probably less than an hour. So, what do I need? I need some paraphernalia here. All right, I'm back. Okay. Okay, let me see what kind of chat in here. What manners of abuse have I been enduring here? Please don't leave. I need to watch something and listen while I'm having to clean this damn room. Okay, no. I will stick around. I had planned that because I figured coming together, it doesn't take all that long. You put in the ingredients, turn down the heat, and then the magic of the magic oven does the trick. So that way you can kind of sit back and have a glass of wine. And yeah, I move this a little bit closer. There we go. Baby love being naughty. Well, yeah, okay. Bobo started it? Oh, that guaranteed Bobo started it. That's okay. If Bobo gets unruly, you guys can time him out. Just for a short thing to start. He's pretty smart. He learns quickly, so. Did anybody see any what do you call it, Martin Luther King parades or or celebration? Did you watch the inauguration? We're laughing up here in Canada as Trump is he's temporarily suspended all these tariffs that he was going to impose on Canada, which I knew it was just him being him. So that's kind of funny. It's kind of funny. Let's stop that. Oh, is that right, Tony? Huh, how do you like that? Well, you know what? It's easy for Americans to forget, but the United States, what happens in the U.S. affects so many countries around the world, and it's just the way it's always been in my lifetime, and probably the way it'll be for a long time going forward. So, let's hope you guys have a good period of prosperity in the U.S., and hopefully that spills over to the rest of us. We shall see. We shall see. All right, put a little something different music. A few of these songs ended up getting copyrighted, but wasn't something serious. So it's amazing how they actually have somebody to go through with background music that's not obvious and sit there and say like, "Oh, you got a copyright." Anyway, silly people. Have we seen Slow yet? I gave him a heads up that I was going live, and he said, "Yeah, okay." So he must have gotten busy. Oh, there we go. So I have a question for the Americans. Is today a holiday for everybody? Like everything shut down and it's a holiday? Or is it some states yes, some states no? How does it work today? Because I know it's just a coincidence that, oh no, isn't he getting, he leaves on Wednesday, baby love. He leaves on Wednesday morning. I don't know what time, but pretty early. Because I think, if I'm not mistaken, the funeral is on Saturday, maybe Friday. I don't remember now. And hopefully, he's not going to get hammered with the supposed snow that's coming rolling in there. So it's that's really weird. They were showing the pattern of the jet stream, and it's just sweeping right across the southern states. It just went going across from Texas and then into Florida. There's actually winter storm warnings in the Florida Panhandle. I mean, it's a unbelievable thing. Of course, with the jet stream that low and going basically west to east across the country, there's this lovely gap of cold air that's just kind of plummeting down there. Yeah, I guess it's shut down today. No stores, but 7-Eleven liquor stores are open. Why am I not surprised that liquor stores are open in Las Vegas? Post office, of course. Any excuse for the government workers to take a holiday, they do. And all I can say to that is I have no problem with government workers that are actually working and doing their job. We need government services. We just don't need a lot of people kind of tagging onto the payroll and not really doing anything. We have that problem up here in Canada, where the largest employer and the creator of most of our new jobs is the federal government. Who would have thought, eh? Beautifully cold, Tony. Like really cold. That's why I thought, shit, I'm gonna make a batch of chili. That's a good cold weather stuff. Now, mind you, I will say this. Mind you, today, I guess with this polar vortex coming in, not stupid wind, and although it's kind of gotten a bit cloudy now, this morning, brilliant sunshine. And it's really amazing how much, it's just amazing how much better you feel with the sun shining. You know, I know up here in the northern climates and that, it's, we don't get enough sunshine in the winter time. And I know myself personally, I woke up this morning and I felt better. The little aches and pains and general stuff, it was like, oh, it must be sunny out. Sure enough, looked up there when on Baby Love's stream, and I could see the sun peeking out and thinking, okay, good. Actually went out, got in the car, went out, soaked up some sunshine, and it felt good, even though it's like really cold. In Canadian, it was like minus 17 Celsius this morning. I think now it's like minus 12 or something. So for those of you, and too bad Irving isn't tuning in here, because I thought I'd look it up for fun. So the formula to convert from Canadian to US temperatures is you take the number, positive or negative, you multiply it by 9, you divide it by 5, and you add 32. And that will give you the Fahrenheit number. Okay, so Celsius number, multiply by 9, divide by 5. You can do it on your calculator, do it all at once, and add 32, and you will get the number in Celsius. So if anybody's got a calculator handy, let's see how you can do. What is minus 12? No, Mike, no, that's cheating. You just do the simple math, okay? Mike, you can do that. Get your calculator, but make sure you put in the minus. Helen, how are you? How are you? I know Helen is getting really ready she's going to be Vegas bound very soon. Is it this weekend coming up? Well, Bobo, exactly. It's still cold, no matter what temperature you want. You know, no question about that. The only way you're gonna get a positive number is you have to measure it in Kelvin. So we're probably like super high up here at Kelvin. Minus 27. Ooh, yeah. But you're up in Saskatoon. It's always cold there. I think you guys don't even get spring till like end of May, right? So 9 Celsius in Las Vegas. Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah. Oh, we're a little warmer here down in the south. Kelvin Klein, almost. Well, of course, Tony, it's your summer now. What were you saying the other day? It was 100? In your way it was like 100 or over 100. So you've got the yeah, there you go, Mike. You guys basically have the same, but that whole little funnel that comes down the center of the country, it should start breaking by Thursday or Friday. I think where I am, we start to get a break on Thursday, and then by the weekend. Now, when I say break, it's not going above freezing. But it's going to be a lot, it's perfect conditions for lake effect, Mike. The lakes haven't frozen over yet, I don't think. Or at least there's enough open water that if you get the wrong wind, you could be pounded with some snow. What's that? Okay, I'm trying to think now, Tony. And I laugh to myself because when watching the Weather Channel, like for years and years and years, and when they were showing international temperatures, and there's the one town in northern part of Australia, and I'll get it in a second, and it was the funniest thing because it always seemed, doesn't matter what season, whatever, it was always 32 degrees Celsius. Darwin, is that a town? Is it Darwin? I think north part, like there's Australia kind of in the middle, but right up near the top. So I guess a lot closer to the equator. And I would laugh because every time I say Darwin 32, Darwin 32 is like, what, the thermometer broke or something? Yeah, that's it. Thank you, Tony. Okay, Darwin. Anyway, I always thought I got a kick out of that. Now, it probably was just coincidence, but it seemed every time I was watching the Weather Channel and it did the international weather, Darwin always seemed to be, and it was always 32. It was always the same temperature. It was always 32. Winter, summer, fall, spring. So got a little bit of a kick out of that. Mr. Bobo, Tony is our Australian paisano. So, the question, Tony, is how true is it? Right? It may be funny, but it's like, is there any basis of truth? Like I would fall over if I found out that, the 320 days of the year, Darwin has the same within like 0.1 degree temperature difference. Oh, there you go. The Halibut nails one. It's 100% true. Okay, you guys have a little chat. I'm going to go give this chili a stir. We're not going to look at it yet, but I'm just going to go have a look-see. Back in a bit. Okay. It's doing okay. Very low heat, so it's not reducing very quickly. I'm not going to rush it. Besides, it gives me more time to have a glass of wine. Always better. Raise your grandma. There you go. What you get for watching the Weather Channel. They are a bunch of idiots. I don't have the education they do, but obviously they weren't on top of their class or learning. Ooh, crazy grandma takes her shot at the Weather Channel. No, Mike, but a lot of people do put cheese in their chili, and I have had it with cheese. I don't usually do that. Punta Cantia. Why does the only one side of your neck got a turkey gobbler? I don't know. Happens with old age, Punta. How's your neck look? Keep an eye on Punta, guys. If yeah, well, you know what, Mike? It might come to a shock to some people, but not every Canadian just eats like poutine 5 times a day. You know? Yeah, it's bad enough when you have people trolling, but like when you have to troll a senior citizen, like, is your life that pathetic? You know? Oh well, I suppose. Tony, I don't know, from the ether. You know, we just have some fun, little casual chat. There's also the polar bears that you hunt and bring back to your igloo. Yeah, well, hey, there's a funny story back in the day. I think you guys in the U.S. are a little bit better now, but back in the day when I was a young man, and there were Americans that would show up crossing the border into Canada in our summer and bringing their skis and snowshoes and parkas because they figured they would cross some magical line and it would be 40 below in July. So, yeah. And we outlawed polar bear hunting in 1996, so we can't bring, hey, there's Slow. How you doing, bro? Yeah, we've got the pot cooking on the stove. We're going to go back and have a peek on it in a while. So right now it's just kind of cooking away and doing its thing. And hopefully it will turn out nice and tasty. It's got some reducing to do. Yeah, well, he's got the key to the bathroom, so it's kind of hard to keep him out. So, okay, let's just move over here. Today's vino is a Spanish Roja, a Luis Alighieri 2019 Roja, a lighter wine. I was a good boy the other day. I just opened up, had one glass. That's it, and I hadn't had anything to drink for several days. So you can't.
These are the biggest hits of
Oh my God, Bobo! Yes, yes. Oh, what's his name? My God, I forgot his name now. Sandy. That was it. Was Sandy that took care of us? That okay. Bobo just reminded me. This is a wild story. Okay, a wild story. It was Sandy, right, Bobo? Come on, yes or no, quick. Tell the story. Yeah, Sandy. Okay, so here's the story. On one of our fly-in fishing trips, we fly in and we are on the Ogoki River, quite a bit upriver, and we're fishing there or whatever. And oh yes, and so we're sitting there, and all of a sudden this boat pulls up, and it is a Aboriginal, well, we call them First Nationals here in Canada. The Americans call them Indians. He shows up, and he comes up to the camp, and of course we're totally friendly people. Hey, how you doing? Come on up. And he says, well, what was it? Was it some kind of a package or something he was waiting for the pilots to bring in to him? I think if I remember correctly, he was waiting. We said, no, man, sorry, there's nothing here. But why don't you come sit down, have a beer with us, and we're just about to make something to eat. And he did. Sat down, had a few beers with us, made us something to eat or whatever. I think, didn't he spend most of the afternoon there? And that's right. Yes, okay. He was waiting for a case of beer. So we felt bad because he was waiting. Poor guy was waiting for beer, and it was. Now, here's the cool part about this. So he was employed by another outfitter. I think there were 3 camps, if I remember correctly, where he was kind of like a boy Friday, did all kinds of odd jobs and cooked for them and did all kinds of stuff. And of course, we're sitting there and we're making pasta and this on the propane stove and nice meals and wine and beer is flying, and he's having a great time. He's eating with us or whatever. I mean, yeah, exactly. Want a drink, Sandy? Yup. Oh yeah, he didn't say no. So I mean, I'm sorry for the stereotype maybe of natives like to drink, but he handled it. He was fine. And so get this. So at the end, he sort of befriended us, and he said, look, he says, I'm going to tell you, he says, if you go down and go right down the river and go, he was going to meet us, I believe, the next day. I might be off a day or something, but the basic story was by the end of the night, he was going to take off. He seemed 5 sheets to the wind, or whatever the expression is. He was definitely feeling good. Now, you got to understand that this river has a lot of rocks and tough spots as you navigate through the river. In fact, the outfitters put a cage over the back of the outboard motor protecting the propeller, so that if you happen to hit a rock, it would hit the cage part, would lift up the thing, and would not break the prop. Okay, so that they do to protect. And we would go really slow and try and navigate or whatever. And yeah, well, that was what I was going to say, what Bobo just said. So he leaves, fires up the motor at full blast, takes off, zim, 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 and he's going through things like, we're sitting there going, my God, you're going to kill yourself. Never mind, see you tomorrow to sing. End of story. We met him the next day. He acted as our guide. He was actually, you can imagine this guy, because it's like, almost summertime. He's in his, rolled up his pants. He's walking in the shallow water, pointing out where the big pike were hiding so we could cast our lures to catch them. He was amazing. And we had a great fun of him, but that was something that was really, really freaky. We hit everyone the first time. Well, no, that was me, Bobo. See, Bobo was driving the boat. He was on the back, and I was in the front telling him where the rocks were. But then a lot of times I would screw up with the length of the boat. So I'd say, okay, there's a rock, and he'd turn, and by the time the way the boat went, by the time it went over the rock, it went and banged the thing. So I guess I wasn't doing enough of a time. I had to do a time delay, but we managed. That's why they put the cage in there. So we managed. Oh yeah, well you got the Bushmen out there. Like, those are serious Aboriginals. We're not messing around here. What is it? Kalahari Bushmen? Or have I got the wrong desert? Tony's testing my geography here. I got Darwin right. Tony's Googling it up to see if I'm right or not. The Kalahari Bushmen of Australia. Oh, yeah? Cool. Yeah, maybe. That could be. What are the Bushmen in what's the big desert in the middle of I guess they don't have a desert. They just have a what's the big bush where the Aboriginals, what are they called in Australia? Because you guys, like, the whole center of the continent is basically a desert, right? Or they call it. Oh, was he still misbehaving? Thank you, Crazy Grandma. Yeah, we don't need that. We don't need that, guys. All right, get some help, Punta. I mean, goodness gracious, it's amazing. Yeah, good. Well, I mean, you know what? I wasn't even half paying attention, sitting here having fun, and said some ridiculous stuff before you got here slow. And it's like I said, I mean, how many chats have we been in where it's like, we don't need that nonsense. We don't enjoy that nonsense. Oh, do you know it's a her? Crazy Grandma? Is it a her, or is he pretending to be a her, or a he? He is a she. Oh my. It's Isle. Hey, aloha, Isle. No, if as I understand it, Crazy Grandma, you time her out. I would have to block her at this end. Oh my God, Bobo. Yeah, there's Bobo knows there's some great stories that I just cannot share over social media. But I will happily share whenever I meet you guys in person. So yeah, there's some great stories. Yeah, the outback, exactly. So the Aboriginals that live in the outback, what were they referred to? Oh, Schmoogre. Yeah, Schmoogre. Classic story with Schmoogre. I told the story, Bobo, on one live where Billnish was in the bush plane with Schmoogre, and Schmoogre's terrified. He's holding on to something on the plane, and Billnish says, it's not going to make a difference, you know. If the plane goes down, that's going down too. And poor Schmoogre's hanging on here. What's happening in the great state of Hawaii, Isle? Are you working today, or do you get to kind of like bum around like me and have a glass of wine? Thanks, Marley. Have a good one, my dear. Yeah, we're cooking chili today, Isle. It's on the stove and threw in all the ingredients and whatever, so it's just doing its thing, coming together and reducing the liquid. It's on a slow heat and simmering. The last time I checked, I actually left the lid partially cracked so it would come together a little better. Minus the wine. Well, it's bumming around. Got to do something. Tony! Hey, Tony. Yeah, I knew that, Heil. Don't worry. It's Italian blood. You can misspell wine 100 different ways, and we'll know exactly what you're talking about. So. Oh, what do you mean no beans? Of course, beans. Red kidney beans. I did one particular version. There's no right or wrong way to make chili. In fact, I can't remember the last time I've been to those like chili cook-offs they have at fairs and stuff where you go from place to place to check them out. And it's been a long time since I'm going to that. Now that I would enjoy to do in a place like Texas or somewhere like that where they know their chili. And yeah, that would be fun. Unfortunately, I probably can't put it away like I used to, but I'm still doing okay for an old guy. There's a lot of people younger than me that are in worse shape than I am, so can't complain too much. And besides, you complain, nobody listens anyway, right? Nobody listens. So, okay, let's switch the question here. Who's watching the college football game tonight, which Ohio State will probably win? Thank you, Tony. You're a good man. Fortunately, I have accepted that my modeling days are well behind me, so I don't worry too much. Used to pay a lot of attention to that when I used to do the TV on the shopping channel. Oh, shit, yeah. Go special haircuts and, take the gray out of the beard and whatever and do all that stuff. But that's in another life. Hey, Tony, I don't know. Your profile picture looks pretty young to me, man. So we won't ask your age. Ohio State should win. Although I've always hated Ohio State and always liked Notre Dame. It's, yes, I did, Mike, the Canadian one. Never did the U.S. one. Although we did talk about that at one point with the buyer that I dealt with up here in Canada. But yeah, for about 10 years or so, I did that. Was a lot of fun. Well, happy birthday in the future, my friend. There you go. You're still a pup. You're still a pup. I got 16 years on you. You got money on it, Bobo? I didn't put any money on that.
Chartbusters Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars to favorites from Kendrick Lamar, Chappell Roan, Sabrina Carpenter, and more. It's the best.
Well, there were several people that I would meet, like up here in Canada, who did both, and would go in the States and whatever, and some of the quote unquote celebrities or whatever. Yeah, actually, speaking of that, where's Kevin? Because he calls me Halibut. I had a good weekend. I got two parlays that came in. So there was on Saturday night, there was all hockey. Football did nothing with all the upsets and whatever. College football is great, Tony. If you like American football, like the NFL, whatever, the way I look at it is the college, these kids are trying to get into the NFL. They're not pros. They're not, they haven't got the big contract yet, and they are giving it all they've got. It's really pure amateurism at its best, and it's great football. It's a lot of fun. They do it. You get some really, really great games. And a lot of times you will have games, like right now we're down to the last two teams that are playing for the through the championship. I drive by Billy Mays. Bill, I met him more than once. Billy Mays, yes, sitting in the green room with him, and found out afterwards with his certain, shall we say, his certain substance affiliation. But now I understand why his eyes look glassy a lot of times when I talk to them. Oh no, Tony, you know what? If you love NFL, trust me, you will enjoy college football. You don't have to follow a team or whatever, but what happens, what I was starting to say with the college football is you can have two no-name teams that really don't rank high, but maybe there's a school rivalry that goes back 50, 60, 75, 100 years. And sometimes you get a great game between the two where they're just giving it all to beat each other, and it's a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun. So, like I said, I think is it 7.5 or whatever tonight for Ohio State. They should win, but Notre Dame has been pulling off some wins where they weren't supposed to. So I think they're going to make a game out of it. Now I don't know where they're playing, if weather is going to be any kind of a factor. But yes, it's one of these games. If Notre Dame wins, and that's funny. I think I said that before we were talking about this. Even as a kid, we always pronounced it Notre Dame, and that's the way everyone pronounces it. Of course, that's a French word, Notre Dame, which means Our Lady, which because it's a Catholic school, and you have this vision of priests and nuns coaching the kids to play football. But yeah, and then they go back to the win one for the Gipper and Nuke Rockney, and they probably have the most famous touchdown song as well, which they've had since the 1920s and whatever. So we will see. Although it will probably be anything. I don't know if there's any strange injuries or whatever. But getting back to my Halibut, which what Kevin calls me because I make the odd sports bet. So I had a hockey parlay, 4 teams on Saturday night, and of course one of those teams was my beloved Montreal Canadiens. So what do they go and do? They shit the bed. They have a 3-0 lead, and they lose 7-3 to the hated Toronto Maple Leafs. No worse team that you can lose by. However, here's the interesting thing: the sports app that I make my bets on, which is Bet365. There you go, free commercial. In hockey, if you're taking the money line, which I did, I took the money line for the four teams. If your team goes up by 3 goals, they give you the win, which Montreal went up 3-0. So even though they ended up losing 7-3, they gave me that, and that hooked into the parlay. So on a $10 bet, I made like $60 and some kind of change. So my pot that I'm playing with house money, because I make small bets. So then Sunday night, Montreal was playing New York Rangers, and I did an in-game parlay where I took the Canadians to win, and I took two players, Cole Caulfield and Nick Suzuki, each to get a point. They had to get at least a point, and it happened. Montreal won, whatever. So I think I made about 90 something dollars on the weekend. So it was a good Halibut weekend for sports. Pay TV. Is it pay TV for you to watch the college football, Tony? Yeah, well, sure. All your networks are all playing the Australian Open tennis. Is that still going? I think it's still going on, isn't it? Okay, time for another peek at the chili. Okay, coming along. I've now taken the lid off and let it reduce down even a little bit faster. Tasted it, looking good. Stupid me, I forgot one thing, so better late than... Okay, man, take care, Bobo. Thanks for coming in. I forgot to throw in my bay leaves, so they're in now. Better late than never. It's still, like I said, I'm not rushing things. Baby love, what I am playing here, I'll tell you exactly what I'm playing. I'm using the Spotify app, and it's just a preset thing called Jazz in the Background from Spotify. And I started using this because I thought that there would be no issues for copyright. And then on one of my live streams, they must have picked out, because it was the one I was on for about 3 hours, and I guess because there's a lot of songs in the whole mix here. How many of them? I don't know. It doesn't say it here, but there's a lot. Anyway, and they found 4 of them, but they said, okay, it's not going to affect your channel, and it's a copyright, and they didn't force me to take it down, so stugats to them. But yeah, nice and simple and whatever. I might as well, if I'm going to go through the trouble of going on something live, I have to click the button. It doesn't happen automatically because I don't have the subs or whatever yet to automatically go public. But I leave it public, and if I'm not embarrassed enough to go and do this in the first place, why should I worry about people seeing it after the fact? Hopefully, somebody will enjoy it and have some fun. So here on a holiday, which for me being retired, every day is a holiday. So why not? Yeah, just simple stuff, nice and mellow. Not trying to pound out. Oh, the hat's crooked. Oh. Okay, there you go, Tony. ESPN. Yeah, I don't think something like that. They're not going to make it a pay-per-view. Yeah, if you have any trouble with that stuff, contact Mike. He'll set you up. Well, that's the whole idea, Tony. I mean, you know what? I mean, I like people that say, you know, oh, I have no regrets in life. We all have regrets in life, you know. But when I look at everything and add up everything, I've come to this point in my life. Sure, I could have done a lot of different things. I could have made a shitload of money, which I didn't make. But you know what? I'm at a point in my life where at least, you know, I've got a roof over my head. I eat way above my pay grade because I do know how to cook, you know. And like I said, it's a skill we should all have. Bobo's a good cook. He knows how to cook. And I mean, you know, I don't have $300-400 to go and spend on restaurants and whatever. I'll cook it up here, you know. And you know, I have a well-stocked wine cabinet that have and different things. I'm, you know, so like I said, I have the basic securities. Like I said, roof over my head, pantry's full, fridge is full, and yeah, try to stay as healthy as I can. I'm pretty happy. My doctor's pretty happy with me. Whatever medical issues I have are all under control. In fact, I have a doctor's appointment in early March. And that was, normally she wanted to see me every 3 months. Last visit, she said, nah, you're fine. I'll see you in 6 months. So that makes me happy. I do try to exercise whenever I can. Now it's winter time. Pounding on the exercise bike that I got from my dad. That was funny. There was a time when I was living with him, and I'm sitting there pounding on the exercise bike, and he goes, "For crying out loud, son!" He says, "You're going to have a heart attack." And I says, "Dad, the whole point of doing this is so I don't have a heart attack, you know, so keep the BP down or whatever." And anyway, you know, do that at my age. As my son, the doctor, will tell me, very important, you got to maintain muscle mass. So I'll do my weights and this kind of stuff, because that's very important. You know, you have to. And hey, you know, like I said, I'm lucky that the family genes are pretty good when it comes to longevity. You know, all my grandparents and my parents, certainly. Dad made it to 93. My mom made it to 86. Their grandparents, even with the very hard lives that they had, on my father's side, I think his mother made it to 84 or 85. His father, I think 75, but a lot of them had hard lives. You know, on my mother's side, her mother made it to like 83, I believe. And her father died relatively young from lung cancer, but he was a literal chain smoker. Like literal, like you see the thing, like the one butt with the, or like the new butt with the old one. So, yeah, Tony, you know what? I mean, yeah, I just lost my father back in 2023. And like I said, he made it to 93. You know, he would always, like, he was never a serious drinker. Like I can't ever remember seeing my dad drunk. I saw him feeling good a lot of times, you know, but, you know, never drunk. But he, basically till the day, well, not quite the day he died, but you know what I'm trying to say. He would have a glass of wine. He'd love his grappa, sit there and have his grappa every once in a while, and that's the way I am with things like alcohol. You know, I drink guilt free, and by that, what I mean by that is I cannot remember. Oh, there you go, Tony, 93 and her mom. Oh, well, there you go, buddy. There you go, 93, 98. I mean, we're all going to make it to the same final destination. And when anytime you start pushing the 90s, you've done as well as really can be imagined. But coming back to what I'm saying about the drinking. So I can't remember the last time I actually got drunk. Okay, I don't drink to get drunk. I'll even when I'm in Vegas and I drink pretty well every day. I'll sit there. I'm gonna have if I start to feel a little bit, I cool it because gambling and being drunk is not a good combination. And I'll coast and whatever. Then maybe have another drink. Now I have the advantage. I have the physical size. You know my size and weight. I can handle the alcohol. I make sure that I don't in Vegas have something in the stomach because man, even when I was 20 years old, start drinking on an empty stomach and you feel it like really fast and whatever. So, like I said, if I want to have a drink like today, okay, today I'm having a couple of glasses of wine. I'll probably finish this bottle of wine, which is no big deal, and then I might go 2-3 days. I won't touch a drink. I don't miss it. I don't care. So. Supranuclear palsy. Oh my God. Yes, that does sound nasty. Crazy Grandma. I've never heard of that. I usually have heard of a lot of things. I'm sorry. I have not heard of that. Well, a toast to Crazy Grandma's mom. God bless you, and may you be in peace. Ah, we have a new person. Hi, Jet. Hello, sir. How are you? So, if you want to join our little clique here, then you can like and subscribe. Be always nice. Yeah, well, there you go. I mean, you know, this is the whole thing, Crazy Grandma. It's like, I mean, I'm a firm believer, and I know. Yeah, you know what? The loss is a loss. It's not, but you know what? I think you know, Crazy Grandma. It's the kind of a thing you have to move on. If you cry, that's great, but don't cry for a long time. You know, you have to look forward and have to move forward because it's we all have past that if we keep looking too much in the past, it will bury us. But what I was going to say, my aunt take me to Oregon with her. I will have to ask. I'm trying to pronounce your name, Kayet. Kayet. That's a wild guess. I'm sorry if I mispronounced it. My only question. Is are you 18 or over? Please be honest. We don't, you know, we have an adult. We do have an adult channel here, and sometimes the conversation does get so. Okay, we're gonna have to change the subject. All I'm going to say is this, and I was starting to say, and Baby Love will back me on this 100%. Stress is worse than any drug or anything else. Oh my God, you're right on the borderline, man. You're right on the borderline. Okay, if you behave, I will let you stay for a little bit, okay? Because technically you have to be 18. I did click this, and I will say maybe you should just lurk a bit and don't chat. I don't know. You guys know better than me what we should do with this. We have someone who seems respectful, and they were honest in saying they're 17, which I always will reward honesty. So I will let my mods decide, and it's up to you guys what you think. I've been one to always believe that you treat someone how they behave. And if someone behaves older than their years, they deserve the consideration of that behavior. And if they behave way younger than their years, then the same is true. You know, I always had that attitude. You know, I've always believed that should be. As a matter of fact, Tony, There, congratulations, Tony. You've now got a wrench. But you know what? I've always, I remember, here's a funny story. Again, always a Halibut stories. I try to be true. If I mess up because of, my memory or something, well, you forgive me for that. But something that I have told many, many parents, this is true story, that I've told them over the years, and they all think, they all give me big thumbs up, say like, I love it. So I remember when my kids were fairly young, mostly my oldest two. They're in like the 5, 6 year age. I don't remember exactly. But I remember at one time, or whatever as happens in family, they were doing whatever they were doing and being rambunctious. And you're trying to be a parent and keep things under control or whatever. But I was always believing that you cannot stifle your children. And I also always believed that children are not your property. They are living individual human beings that have the right to be their individual things. I always believe that, and I know my eldest daughter has said to me, she said, Dad, you never once told me as a woman I could not do this or do that or whatever, and she she is very, very successful or whatever, never did. But anyway, coming back to the story. So I said to the kids, pull them along, I said, okay, guys, listen. Now I want to have a talk with you. You guys listening? And okay, they're listening. I said, now, I'm your father. I'll always be your father. My job as your parent is to teach you things, show you things. You're going to absorb them, and you are going to learn and grow and become an adult one day. That's just the way things are going to go. Now, I said, a lot of times you want to do something, and either myself or your mother will tell you, no, you can't do this, or this has got to stop, or what have you, and you get mad because you want to do this. Well, I did the same thing. We all did the same thing. So here's the way things are going to go in this family. I am going to treat you the way you deserve to be treated. And let me explain myself. It says, if you act above your age, and you act more mature for your age, I will give you the privileges of someone that is older than what you are because you've earned that. Now, you're not going to be able to drive a car or drink alcohol or some of that stuff. Sorry, you're going to have to wait till you're like a real adult. But I will measure that. If you act your age and you act just like, a 5-year-old or a 6-year-old, I will treat you like a 5-year-old or a 6-year-old. Now, if you act beneath your age and you act like a silly, stupid child, or maybe like a dumb animal, I'm going to treat you like a dumb animal. Now, do you discuss with a cow? No, you don't. You hit the cow with a stick. And that's what I'm going to do, and hit you guys with a stick. Now, at that point, of course, they completely pissed themselves laughing. They had a good laugh. And whatever. And there was sometimes, because in my culture, the wooden spoon was a very important parenting tool. I never used it, nor was it ever used on me. But man, I still have visions of my grandmother on my mother's side threatening us kids with the wooden spoon. And we knew at that point, the horsing around stopped. We knew Baba, which was the way on my mother's side, what we referred to as grandmother. We knew Baba was serious. And there was never anyone as loving as your grandparents, okay? You can almost get away with anything. But at that point, there was the line you do not cross. But anyway, I told that story to many parents, and they love it. Especially the punchline is that I'm going to have to hit you with a stick. And the kids laughed or whatever. And, Slow, I hope you're right, buddy. Oh, there you go. Baby love. A tiny skinny bamboo or slippers. Well, there you go. And you know what? I am sure that there was no serious damage done. Okay? Like I know sometimes with the wooden spoon, it was not hitting. But sometimes to make a, as they're laughing and I'm tapping them on the bum with the wooden spoon, we're not talking hitting, and they would laugh. But they got the message. And that's the important thing. If there's that mutual respect between a parent and a child, then it should work out okay. I'm lucky, it worked out fine with me. I want to take some of the credit of that because it's not, parenting is not an easy job. It is not an easy job. And unfortunately, a lot of children are in a situation where their parents just don't want to be parents. Now, there's a difference between not having the resources to be the kind of parent that you want to be and having the desire to be as good of a parent as you can be. There's the line. Okay, because there's a lot of children that were raised in poverty and a whole generation of kids that were raised through the Depression or whatever, and they came out just fine. They came out just fine because their parents wanted to be parents. And there's a lot of kids from wealthy and well-to-do parents that don't even want to be parents, and their kids end up in problems. Anyway, that's my preaching for today. Oh, crazy grandma's hiding from the halibut stick. It's the wooden spoon. Okay, so anyway, I'm gonna take myself the blackberry crown after I get this room clean. Yes, crazy grandma. That I am a firm believer in that we should always reward ourselves after we complete any one of life's little daily challenges. I am gonna go double check on the chili, and you guys have a little chat, and I will be back shortly.
These are the biggest hits of 2024, from chartbusters Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars to favorites from Kendrick Lamar, Chappell Roan, Sabrina Carpenter, and more. It's the best of 2024 Best Songs of the Year playlist. Listen on Spotify.
Okay, I have returned. So, check the thing, check the tasting, adjusted a bit for seasoning. I did add some Worcestershire sauce, which it definitely needed, and it's coming together. Still a bit wet though. I think we need about another. Nona was from Mafia Town. Well, okay, I'm just jumping into this conversation here towards the end, but Tony is Sicilian. So if you know, that's the Godfather heritage. My father was from the very north of the boot. So behave with Tony. Oh, of course, Paula, we're going back to the kitchen. We're going back to the kitchen right now. The pot is everything is just got to come together. It's very liquid. It's the same way when I make pasta sauce. Usually, I start it off extra liquid and let the water evaporate, and that has the double effect of thickening the sauce, thickening everything, and making sure all the flavors come together. So that's what's happening now with with the chili. It's coming together. Still too wet. It's got to still come together. It's only been, well, hell, there my live is like an hour and 15 minutes. So usually these chilies take just under 2 hours. I'm just thinking, I know, Tony, I'm just teasing you, buddy. I'm just teasing you. So anyway, we'll go back. We're going to still sit there. There's 7 of you watching. And maybe some more people will come in. We can talk. I'll keep this live going a little bit longer. I want to see when the chili, it needs probably about another half hour to go. So here we are on a Monday afternoon. And for those of you on the West Coast, it's holy moly. So it's still like it's just early afternoon. That, Tony, yes, if I may be so bold, the kitchen is full of very nice smells, which it's always, that's another advantage. That's another advantage of cooking things slowly, because the house has the nice smell. I don't have to tell Tony. He knows this. It's very much an Italian. And you know what? It's not even fair to say it's an Italian tradition, because it's been my experience that so many different cultures have the same experience when it comes to food. Oh, excuse me. I mean, food is one of the greatest international emulsifiers, if you will, that there is. There's no better way to get to experience and appreciate another culture than to sit down and actually dine with them. And I was lucky in my working career that I spent most of it in the greater Toronto area. Toronto is a very, very multicultural city. I mean, you're talking there a city of almost 4 million people, and the surrounding area is another several million people of all kinds of culture. And it was funny because as I was working, most of my clients, when I was doing that, were of different cultures. And of course, back then, I'm in sales, I have an expense account, we're going out for lunch, and that all paid for by the company. I get to experience all kinds of great cuisines. And that's when you learn the simple life lesson that people are more the same than you can imagine. And I was very fortunate to learn that, and I have found, it's become a very out of fashion word to use the word normal, but I don't mind using it, because I have found normal people of every race, every culture, every religion, whatever variation of humanity you might find, I have found normal. And they're all the same. That's the way it works. Okay, we're going to have to somehow figure out how we can do a crazy grandma chasing slow with a stick stream. I think Grandma, that could hit over 1 million views. Okay, but we'll just have to make sure that slow isn't too slippery. You have a long enough stick so that if he tries to pull a fast one on you, you can kind of, do one of these or one of those and do it. Baby love, you are not. You know what? Did anybody ever accuse you of stirring the pot? She's very good at stirring the pot. That would be awesome. Oh my God. I'll be watching. Never mind, Tony. We'll wait till you come to this side of the world, because we can all be in jail together, sitting there when we all get rounded up. Ah, good laughs. Well, see now, Paula, that could turn into like a hide and seek thing, So or like a tag you're it. But I could see crazy grandma tag you're it in slow mo. You broke my biscuit. Now, that's the idea, Tony. I mean, there's two kinds of Vegas. There's not two kinds of Vegas. There's two kinds of people in Vegas. There's the people like Baby Love that actually live in Vegas. They're citizens. They have to deal with all of the everyday life things of living there. And then there's the people like me who love it, go there, and we're tourists. And Vegas has changed. And unfortunately, not for the betterment of the citizens. From what I hear, and I can totally believe that. And even a lot of visitors are, complaining that prices have gone up and everything is getting too expensive. And I've said this before on live streams, and I really hold that is the fault of the visitors. Okay, and why I say that is because Vegas does not change for the sake of changing. Vegas changes when they're not making the denari. Okay, and that's what's happened. Why? Because most visitors do not gamble like they used to. Okay, here's an interesting fun fact that I saw a few months ago. I think it was, oh goodness, I think it was end last quarter of last year. And these stats, and they were published stats from like the Vegas Gaming Commission and blah, 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 for the first 9 months of 2024. Anyway, long story short, a few of the averages, I think like the average visitor stay is 3.5 days or 3.5 nights, which sounds of course ridiculous, but when you think about it, some people stay for 3 nights, some people stay for 4 nights. That's the most common. Come over for a weekend or going into a weekend. So that averages out to 3.5 days. And the average money that they spent on gambling was something like, oh my goodness, I don't remember exactly, but in the neighborhood of $920 for the 3.5 days. Now, when you do the math, that comes to around $240, $250 a day. This is just for gambling. Okay? Now, my mother and father, when they used to go to Vegas back in the 70s and early 80s, almost had that same budget, very close, and they'd go for a week and whatever. And I don't have to tell you what inflation was like and whatever back then. Okay, they would go to Vegas, they'd go the week, and they went there to gamble. They enjoyed it. They did some shows and obviously ate and whatever, but that's because the machines weren't behaving. I love to tell the story. My dad tells it that, if the machine was paying and my mom was having fun on the bloody slot machine, he'd have to pick her up and take her to the room. Like, honey, it's time to go to bed. And she'd be like beating him on the head at the same time. No. So I spent that on strippers. No kidding. Did you really, Tony? I have heard that. I have never done, but I have heard that can get incredibly expensive. So I certainly hope she was worth it, or they were worth it. I don't know what you went. But anyway, back to just what I'm saying. So what does Vegas do? You don't want to spend the money on gambling? Fine. Resort fees, rooms go up. You want nice rooms, we'll give you fancy rooms, no problem. You don't want cheap buffets and that. You want gourmet eating, no problem. We're going to put in all the name brand celebrity chef restaurants and this and that. They're going to get their money either way. You choose. So that has happened. I'm not saying here trying to promote gambling. That's not the point. But Vegas is Vegas. Okay, that's what built Vegas. That's what it always was. There was a time when you would go to Vegas and an A-lister a celebrity, I'm talking the big names, they would be included in it. You would watch them having like a dinner or tickets really cheap to go there. Well, the idea was to keep you in the casino. You stay here, you gamble here. They didn't care. Drink, cheap food, yeah, fill your belly, whatever. Don't go to the casino across the street, stay here. You want to go see Frank Sinatra? Yeah, no problem. You can see for it wasn't $1,000 a ticket or this kind of stuff. So, like I said, why they were making the money from the gambling. Now, gambling revenues have gone up. But remember now, for all of you that don't, maybe aren't super math, the raw number is one thing, but costs have gone way up. Wages to employees have gone up. Electricity and water and all this stuff have gone way up, like everything else. So the profit, you make more money, but it costs you more money. That's the problem. Okay, and that's all I'm saying. I'm not going to elaborate on that. You guys are chatting away. I'm preaching, but the Halibut preaches from time to time. Because it just kind of, all I'm saying is don't complain when you were part of the reason why things have changed. Because unfortunately, to go there, and I'm a firm believer, whether it's Las Vegas or any other vacation spot, if you have to go there and you have to sit and spend all day trying to count nickels and figure out how am I going to get through the day, then I think you really can't afford to go. Save up some more money and then go when you can, because you got to go worry-free. Whatever your budget is, however you've planned it out, and you should plan it out, once you're on vacation, worry-free. And I don't know, that's my little bit of a speech, but I don't know. Now, what's happened, unfortunately, is the locals suffer because the $3.99, $4, $5 all-you-can-eat breakfast buffets are all gone because people don't want cheap buffets. They want the gourmet experience. I'll spend $70 for a buffet and have the special stuff. Not that I'm saying there's anything wrong with that, but in the old days, there was that. So, of course, you could be living down there. You could go and eat really, really well. And, maybe with $5, $10, have a couple of drinks. Everything gets inflated because, like I said, Vegas is not going to sit there and say, oh, gee, we're losing money. Well, hey, power to the people. No, they're going to do whatever they have to do to think. I remember, and a lot of people do, driving every hotel, valet now. Never mind South Park. South Park was free. Everywhere free. Valet was $1. That was the accepted dollar. You gave $1 when you gave the guy your keys. You gave $1 when he brought you your car. Valet service for $1. It was understood. And sure, sometimes maybe you went in the casino, you won some money, and you were doing good. Hey, here's $5 or whatever. Because Vegas has always been a tip economy. I'm not I don't believe in tipping for the sake of tipping. My only exception is Las Vegas. Because my general experience has been the service people that I've tipped have done a hell of a good job. They're friendly, they're courteous, they're helpful. If I'm sitting there like having buffet at the Main Street station, the person that's, taking care of my table or whatever, great people, busting their ass to do their job, and tipping is part of the way they make a living, no problem. That's earned, which in my world is this kind of thing. This will be automatically added to your bill. Excuse me? No. Raise your prices and pay your employees. Because at the end of the day, right, the money all comes out of one pot. What's Slow saying here? I am slow, duh, it's in my name. Oh, Tony, 100%, man. From the 90s, night and day. When are you planning on coming back? Buy a ticket for April. You can sit and have a drink with me and Slow. Pizza Rock, I've eaten there. Okay, the one time when I was there, oh, next January. Awesome, man. Awesome. You're going to be people escape the cold and go south. You're going to be escaping the heat and go for some cold. Next January. Holy shit. Well, we'll see how I do. You never know. You never know. Maybe I'll come by around then. But anyway, that's the thing. Anyway, Pizza Rock. I have eaten at Pizza Rock. It's outstanding. It is very good. Yes, Brother Bobo took me there for my birthday when we were in Vegas there in 23. My birthday of 23. So, yeah, really enjoyed it. It was really good. You don't mind paying the money for a gourmet pizza or whatever if if it fills you and the flavor is there. And both of those were taken care of. There's a few. Apparently, there's a few good pizza places in Vegas. Hey, the advantage of not killing this bottle of wine when I open it means I get several glasses still happening. Where do you know where you're staying, Tony? Do you have a preference? I'm going to guess on the Strip, or are you doing the downtown? He's thinking about it. He's trying to remember where he found the showgirls. Right on, man. Right on. Yeah, you know what? It's funny. Absolutely, the Strip is amazing, and I highly would recommend for somebody for their first visit to Vegas, definitely stay kind of mid-strip and explore, because it is a wonderful place to explore, and you can't do it all in one trip. For me personally, there's too much distance. You know, I'm pretty mobile still. Baby Love will attest to that. I can move pretty quick. But, you know, you can walk for like a mile and a half and barely leave one resort in the Strip. Downtown, you know, I can go from Main Street Station down to the El Cortez in, 20 minutes? 25 minutes? Whatever, without like actually running. And I like that. I like the fact to have it all more close quarters. Plus my sightseeing days. I go there to gamble. Casinos are all the same. And the Strip does not have nearly as many. Yeah, that's when I can't standing up. It's the standing up, Baby Love. Just standing in one spot, that's what gets me. Moving around, I'm okay. Standing up, the hip starts to bother me. And then I either got to sit down or I got to move. Yeah, Crazy Grandma. The Nugget is a beautiful place. Absolutely, always has been a top-notch place for many, many years, and that's not changing anytime soon. Like I stay where I stay because I've got 3 casinos that I can gamble in, all on the Boyd's card and maximize my rewards. Plus, last trip I took a side trip to the Gold Coast, which I'm going to do again. And I think I'm going to take a side trip to Samstown as well. I've been to Samstown before, many years ago. And Gold Coast, I stayed there once upon a time. But yeah, Boyd treats me pretty well. I'm pretty happy. So that's going to work. Sent you VHM cooking too. What did Paula just say? Halibut, I sent you VHM cooking too. Okay, I'm sorry, I don't understand that. What's VHM? Okay, forgive me for being stupid. I should know that. I've seen that before in chats, and sometimes these abbreviations throw me off. Oh, Vegas Hot Mama. Yeah, I've seen her. I've seen her on different streams and walk around. Oh, she's cooking? Ah. What's she cooking? Seems everybody's doing cooking streams now. I don't know. I've seen some different things where, well, people call it cooking, but I don't know. I don't think buying a store product and warming it up counts as cooking. Strike me down, but I'm being honest. Cooking is cooking. You start with basic ingredients, it comes together, and that you end up with something. So, okay, time to go peek again, and pretty soon we're going to switch to the kitchen for the finale. We are definitely winning. Awesome. We are definitely winning. Oops. Oh, that's how I can do that? Oh, I just learned something. Okay, how I can actually see things without screwing up my my live stream. Hey, Marty's back. Welcome back. The chili's coming good. It still needs maybe another 15, 20 minutes. Okay, so my stream is at 1 hour and 38 minutes. So yes, at 2 hours, we're going to go back to the kitchen and finish the chili. It should be done. Ah, smart girl, crazy grandma. Yeah, I've generally done all the cooking, or let's say most of the cooking in any relationship I've been in. Always thought it was there's that old adage about the way to a man's heart is through his stomach. Well, it works the other way too, huh? It kind of works with women as well. Yeah, there you go. Marty can attest to that. I've cooked more than one meal for her. Christine is cooking. Thanks, Paul. I hadn't looked yet. Shortbread cookies and tomato and jalapeno. Halibut opinos? See, on this channel, we call them halibut opinos. Oh my God. Gotta wear two more. uh, yeah, that's funny. I've noticed that the last month or so, every channel is doing some kind of a version of cooking, which is very interesting, which is good. I always said it's what was that? What's that Disney movie? Okay, let me think now here. The one with the mouse and the cook, Ratatouille. Okay, with that thing. And remember there was the chef that died and wrote the book. Okay, and what was his motto? Was anybody can cook or something like that. Okay, I may be paraphrasing, but that is such a true statement, and I really believe that, and I live by that, and I will say that to anybody. 80% of cooking anyone can master, and the great chefs, whoever they may be, dabble with the other 20%. Nothing wrong with that. It becomes an art. But when you think about how many people over the years, mothers, fathers, grandfathers, grandmothers, have cooked delicious, wholesome meals, and that's been the history of humanity. Because we've been cooking ever since we discovered fire, and I think that goes back, several years. No, Marley, that movie, the Disney movie Ratatouille, with the rat who cooks, and it's kind of a cute movie. But there's that one chef who dies. He wrote a book, and his saying in the book was that I think I'm paraphrasing now, I could be wrong, but that anybody can cook. And that's a true statement. You learn a few basic techniques. You learn some basic ingredient combinations, and I mean basic. You're more than halfway there. Add a little bit of practice, add a little bit of well, there you go, Tony. Italians, I'm not ashamed to say I've always cooked well. And it was funny because my dear mother, who was a great cook, but when I would cook or something, it was funny. If I asked her a specific question about a recipe or something, she would tell me, but she didn't volunteer it. She had that sort of secretive thing of the things that she did secret, and I kind of almost had to sneak and find out or whatever. So it's kind of cute, but it was good. Like family cooks have their own. I mean, I'll tell you this much: in my very younger days, where this was all mainly in my mother's side, because my father's side were not over here in Canada. But like Easter, Christmas, Thanksgiving, the different events through the year, we would take turns having them at the different families, right? So like a 3-person rotation. And it was always the favorite when it was at my mom's place, because she outdid everybody. In fact, when the meal was being made at the other people's thing, they would always be asking my mom, how do you do this? Help me do this, whatever. So poor girl had to work no matter where the family dinner was going to be. No, Marley, I don't like competitions, to be perfectly honest with you, because competition implies a winner and a loser. And I honestly find that hard to believe, or not to believe, sorry, take that back. I find that hard to accept, because, a meal is either good or it's not good, or it's great or it's pretty good. But to say one is better than the other when they're both good or something, I find that, and you know, a lot of people in the last several years just love cooking shows that are competitions. I think that's just our human nature of loving competition. Yeah, I make mussels too, you know. There's a few ways you can do mussels. Maybe I'll do that on a live stream. Although the next seafood live stream is going to be shrimp. No, I don't remember. Okay, you're bringing up something that I don't remember. That's it. Thank you, Klondike Bear, and welcome. Thank you so much, man. Okay, there's a man who makes some great videos, and I could not have said it better myself. Okay? I've said it many times, and he's just echoed it, and that's it. I have friends that can only make frozen dinners. Exactly. And the funny part, on YouTube, they call it cooking. So, yeah. It's so true. Best skill to have. It's a life skill, you know. I like that. I'm going to do a stream one day on strictly on philosophy. I may not get anybody watching me, but damn it, I definitely want to do that. Because every once in a while I'll get people that'll come in and they don't have to agree with me, but they make sense. You know, and I enjoy that. I always will. There's nothing wrong with being silly and nothing wrong with having fun. That's it. There you go. See, Baby Love chimes in here. That is exactly right. Basic life skill. And Baby Love, I think you'll agree with me here. If you present it not as a you must do this, but as a hey, you want to try this and whatever, and they enjoy that, then they are not going to freak out. They will embrace it. And that's the key. Yeah, Marley, do I have your permission to reinstate that video of you having the hot sauce at my place? Because on your word, I made it private. And that's Baby Love's favorite video. So I need your permission to reinstigate that video because it is pretty damn funny. I did ask her permission to do it, but then she told me to take it down. So I did. I have a video actually of making jalapeno poppers. Of course. Okay, there you go, Baby Love. Guess what? Guess what's coming soon to a theater near you? The Marley hot sauce video. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. That's a parenting skill and a life skill. Kids are naturally inquisitive. They want to imitate their parents. They want to do stuff. And you know, it's all about, hey, you want to try this? What do you think? And let them. They will take the bait faster than any fish I've ever caught. And it works out great. I remember that all they maybe could do was stir with a spoon in a bowl, but get them involved in cooking. They weren't actually doing the cooking. Nothing of danger. Not going to have them take any risk of hurting themselves. They thought it was great. Oh, let's make pancakes. Okay, here, you stir. Okay, I'm tired of stirring. No problem. That's what you did. You did good. You want to take the scoop and dump it into the pan? No problem. Make sure. Okay, you're not going to burn yourself. Okay, let me help you. Okay. If the pancake came a little big, a little small, who cares? They loved it. All my kids can cook. They are all very accomplished. My oldest daughter has become quite the baker. And my son, we just had at Christmas, he made an amazing leg of lamb. So Well done, son. You aced it. Yes, Barley. Slow is a donut. He is the only certified donut on YouTube. We're not quite sure what kind of donut. He's never quite defined himself, whether he's glazed with sprinkles, pineapple upside down donut. We don't know, but he identifies as a donut. Doing shots, Tony. Man, I want to find my 69th birthday, buddy. You want to kill me? Oh my God. What's a donut though? A donut? Don't you know what a donut is? It's that round thing that's tasty and you eat it and okay, Slow. There's your cue, buddy. Marley wants to know what a donut is. So there you go. Slow is going to be, this should be good. This should be very good. Oh my goodness. Oh. You're behind on internet symbols. Oh, you're way ahead of me. You're way ahead of me. Way ahead of me, Marley. Way ahead. I'm a troglodyte when it comes to all the social media stuff. Oh, great. Oh, damn. Allow me to explain. Presenting Slow. For his first impression, he's going to do a glazed donut. For my second, honey dipped. Oh, I should shut up because Slow is gonna high five me with a 2x4. No. Slow is very good at self-deprecating, and most people, I like to think, so am I. There's nothing wrong with it. Now, a little funny fun fact. As you probably all of you know, the expression self-deprecating means when you make fun of yourself. That's the fancy word for making fun of yourself. Well, that's one of those words that for the longest time, my head wouldn't wrap around it easily. So every time I wanted to say self-deprecating, what my brain would say, you ready for this, was defecating, which means pooping. So I would catch myself and not say it because it was, you don't want to say, well, like I'm self-pooping, right? I'm not at that stage yet in my life, but true story, I finally mastered that, so I can now say self-deprecating in the proper context and say that. Oh, no, exactly, Crazy Grandma. Now, as you well know, there was a time in society where sarcasm was considered the highest form of wit. And then it became out of favor because I think too many people just couldn't handle it or couldn't do it. And so it was kind of like, let's just push it off. But yes, there was a time in the last century, late 1800s, early 1900s, where if you were very good at sarcasm, you were considered, well, one hell of a good cranium. Yeah, it's a personal choice, Marley, but Slow keeps a lot of his videos private, and he only puts out whatever. There's like a $19.95 a month special channel you can pay for Slow to get all his XXX rated video. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, I'm just kidding. Don't take me. Well, you keep visiting my lies, Marley. You never know. I don't know. I don't know if I want to give you that power. That could be dangerous. 154. Right now, Slow is sitting there crazy, started the air raid comment. Well, of course, Slow. Of course. So okay, you guys keep the chat R-rated. I'm gonna make one final look at the chili. I think we're really close to landing it. Back in a bit. Okay, guys. Hey, I'm disconnecting this thing because we're gonna go finish the chili. All right. Baby love only if it's glazed as hot as cold as solid. It's 99.90. Oh my God. Slow is financing this channel. Okay, so let's flip. No, push the button again. There we go. Put you into my standardized. Oh, how did I do that? I somehow activated a light. Well, okay, that's fine. So the chili is all I've tasted. It is good. One thing we're going to finish now with a little bit of lemon, because a little bit of citrus I always add. So get the old Squash-O-Matic. Try a little taste here. Don't burn myself. Mmm. Delicious. Turn off the heat. There's the chili. It is done. I'm going to cover it up, and I will probably have some maybe tonight watching the football game. So that was it, gang. All done and ready. It's finished. The heat is off. The stove is off. And let's go back and see what trouble we can get into. Oh, hey, Klondike Bear. Yeah, turkey. No, I'm pretty traditional when it comes to that. I make it with the ground beef. I did say at the beginning of this video that there is no right or wrong way to do chili, and that there are as many ways to do chili as there are people who do it. So I'm glad your turkey, I'm sure rather, your turkey chili is amazing. I have had that before. I even had somebody made once a chili with deer that they had hunted. and that was tasty. Oh, is Marley getting me in trouble? Yes, Marley and I have a history, shall we say. She will always be a good friend. Like Chucky, well, thanks a lot. Great. So now I have been officially made or officially equated to Chucky. How do you like that? Yeah, well said, Slow. Exactly. The wrong way to cook chili is not cooking at all. So I've now got a big batch of chili. I'll have some probably tonight, maybe watching the football game. And then most importantly, is have a good batch that I can put in the freezer and bring with me when I am house sitting, which will start on February the 6th. And I'm going to ask permission, I think I'll get it, to do a live stream when I'm house sitting with special guest Wilbur. And we'll see what Wilbur might do, and possibly Ernie. But Ernie's a cat, and cats come in and out and do whatever. Although Ernie has become a lot more friendly with me. He said so He said so tall it take 20 baby loves into his one stop. Yeah, they confirmed their trip. They're going to Florida. There's some business stuff that has to be done there. In fact, my oldest daughter, her better half is right now in Georgia for company. Her company's head office is in Georgia. And what the hell? I was saying, I said, holy shit, she's going down there, and they have a winter storm warning, which kind of sucks. But Halibut, Wilbur is the doggy that my oldest daughter has. And he is if you ask me what breed he is, the correct answer is all of the above. So he was a rescue dog. Because they're very much into that, and I always tease them that, Wilbur won the bloody lottery, never mind rescue, okay? Like, he's got a beautiful house, all the care in the world, and like all of my kids' animals, for some bizarre reason, they all love me. They adore me. They go, Wilbur loses his shit when I'm even pulling in the driveway. He knows I'm there. Sometimes they have to time him out and bring him to the bathroom for 5-10 minutes to calm down. He gets that excited when he sees me. So, well, good old Wilbur. He's part everything. And we tease the fact that he's the cutest ugly dog there is. But he's a good boy. Now, one thing about Wilbur, I'll tell you this much, which is hilarious. Anybody cruising around the property, he bolts out to the thing and starts barking and defending the property, and it's like it's too funny. Yes, Marley has Poncho. Yeah, you've seen Poncho. I posted a video of Poncho catching his tail. I have never, ever in my life seen a dog catch its tail. Marley's Poncho can catch its tail and does it more than once. Well, yeah, but Marley, you're a super animal person. I'm a realist. Okay? Like even Michelle says like he's he's ugly cute. When you get to the point where like with animals, it's like pugs. And he's part pug. Okay, the pug, people think they're so cute. They're one of the ugliest dogs around, but they're adorable. And what are you going to do? Can I post Poncho anytime? He's already posted. There's already Poncho videos posted, but maybe I'll find another one. I did the one of him. Maybe I thought I did. Okay, I can do that. There you go, Marley. Paula just subbed to you. Now you're gonna have to start posting content. You should be doing Poncho content. Oh, it's a mellow afternoon. That'll be tonight. Maybe during the yeah, that'll work. Ah, see, now Slow's lying. Tony, don't believe a word that he says. He's actually a very accomplished guitarist. Well, hey, listen, Marty, it's real simple. You think I did the first time? You take one of the videos you posted of Poncho doing his thing, and you upload it. That's it. Now, I can say I don't have a, well, true, baby love. True. Okay, there's baby love, the voice of truth. Yeah. We love Slow, but when you look up in the Webster's dictionary under clumsy, there's the Slow picture. He's there, waving. Oh, goodness gracious. We're creating monsters. Well, thank you, all of you, for hanging out. Very kind of you. She can play trumpet. She actually can. She used to play trumpet at the Salvation Army. Well, you know what, Crazy Grandma? I don't know how you feel, but I've always said, I do this because I have fun. I do it. I'm not particularly concerned about growing my channel. Like even now, there's 15 of us here, and we're sitting there, we're having a few laughs, we're enjoying ourselves, and I'm happy with that. I'm really happy with that. I'm too old to suddenly think I'm going to build my channel into 100,000 subscribers and get rich on YouTube. It's not going to happen. Okay, and that's the reality of social media and the reality of these platforms. There are like literally millions of people all trying to do this, and you can see with a lot of different channels where they have problems of trolls and idiots and whatever. I mean, we sit here, we're all adults, we're all mature, we can tease each other, we can have some fun, have a few laughs, tell some secrets, and that's the way it is. I know with me, certainly, there's obviously certain things I'm not going to say publicly, but there's a lot I do say publicly because it's what I am and where I am, and hopefully no one will turn it against me. Then I'll just have to disappear from YouTube. But here I am by myself with you guys. I'm glad. Hopefully he had a kick out of all of this, and there you go, Paula. You've created. Oh, thank goodness. I don't know what just happened, but I just got a message and a swirl that's saying reconnecting. So my live stream just reconnected. So hopefully you guys can still see me and I'm still live. So that's never happened before. So the gremlins were attacking. So what do you think, Crazy? You want to do a live stream with me? You want to be, are you bold enough to go live with me? Here's an open challenge. Because I think Crazy Grandma, it would be the over and under would be how long it takes till we were both like, banned for 30 days or something from YouTube. Sure. Okay. All right. All right. We'll set it up. We'll have to figure out what to do. Because all of you are so way more experienced with social media than me. I mean, I just recently created an Instagram, and people have had it for like 10, 15 years, right? I feel like such a troglodyte sometime, but yeah, baby, look, 30 days if we're lucky. That's if we're lucky. It could be worse than that. You'll see both me and Crazy Grandma sitting on the corner with a sign, "Please reinstate us, YouTube. We're sorry." Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. I have no filter X-rated. That's okay. I've been known to do that more than once, Crazy Grandma. Absolutely. Yeah, the baby love, the Instagram was simply okay because a lot of people, I just thought, Slow and I connect with like dual streams one way. And a lot of people were saying, oh, because that seems to be another thing that I've noticed in the last 3-4 months. Everybody is doing dual or multi streams. So like anything else, you get phases that kind of roll through in the world. And why should YouTube be any different than the real world? Anyway, and a lot of people are saying, well, send me your Instagram. I'll send you a link. Send me Instagram. So what the hell? Okay, I'll make an Instagram. Just in case that's the only way I can connect with somebody to do a dual stream, because they are fun. Slow and I definitely have a lot of fun when we do dual streams. There's no question about that. Oh, there he goes. He's sneaking in under another channel. I'm not wrenching you on this channel, Slow. I'm sorry. You have too much status with your real channel. So, yeah, laugh all you want. Exactly, baby love. That's Slow's music channel. Oh, of course on the phone. I only have a phone. I have a phone. I'm so overdue to get myself a laptop or a tablet or something. And I asked myself, like, okay, I could do it. What am I going to do with it? To just have it so it sits there, I don't need it. I'm so delighted with my new phone that I'm happy. Seems to works fine with YouTube. Yeah, but truth be known, baby love, you have more than just one phone, right? I have my old phone. I didn't throw it out, so I suppose I can. What do they call those things? Burner phones? Oh my God, Klondike Bear! Can you imagine? Oh, geez. I wish I was 10 years younger. Okay, 20 years younger. Going to get kicked out of bars. My God. Oh, well. It would be a hell of an adventure. Well, I'm of the attitude that kind of planning will do one of two things. It will either keep you young or it'll just push you over the edge and bon voyage. So either way, either way you win. So that's not bad. That's not bad. You're asking me? Marty, I have no idea. You have to go somewhere, do something. Who knows? Who knows? Got things to do. Maybe make supper. Who knows? Yeah, crazy grandma. Isn't that the truth, though, eh? Isn't that the truth? My God. Thinking about all the times where you just innocently are just like talking to somebody and somebody gets jealous for no reason, or somebody gets pissed off for no reason, or somebody's had one too many for no reason. Yeah, isn't that the truth? Sorry, guys. I'm just a sudden flood of memories. What was that, Marley? What haven't you seen before? Stick with us, kid. You'll see everything. We attract all the best people on YouTube. We may be a small group, but we are the elite. Ah. I'm sure you can find a lot of channels with couples fighting. In fact, am I right or am I right? Drama is one of the biggest driving forces on YouTube. And usually the drama, okay, all right, let me just say this properly. Incidental drama is one thing. We all watch it, we all enjoy it, we all, it's like can't take your eyes off it. But repetitive drama of the same nonsense over and over and over again doesn't that get boring? Doesn't that get isn't that a WTF moment? What do you guys think? Maybe I will do a philosophy stream. Then you guys will be all messed up. Halibut tells you about the meaning of life. Well said, baby love. 3 years. I was thinking 3 months and my mind explodes. 3 years? What was the famous quote from Albert Einstein? Doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result is the definition of insanity? Well, he was a pretty smart guy. Yeah, exactly, Crazy Graham. Exactly. I mean, like I said, life will throw your curveballs and life will set up its true, real drama things, and we deal with it. We support each other. We help where we can. All of that wonderful stuff. That's life. We're all living it. That's it. But artificial drama, or you know what? Like, I'll set a fire and then call the fire department and say, "Look, this is my drama." Then sorry. I'll explain it to you, Marley. Take care, my dear. Be good. Yeah, I don't know how that. Still a whole bunch of people here you haven't abandoned yet, so why not? What the hell? This was a totally spontaneous live. I don't see. Maybe I can figure out how to do this. Oh yes, okay, I did. Okay, so it's 5:17 Eastern time. So that's only 2:17, you Vegas people. Take Poncho out. Post a Poncho video. People will love it. Yes, baby love, as soon as I end this live, I will find that and I will public it so you can enjoy yourself. Yeah, that was pretty classic though, eh, baby love? I mean, it was real time stuff, and I couldn't help myself. I said I gotta film this, right? And I'm filming it, and then after I said, "Do you mind if I post this?" No, go ahead. Yes, it was all real, Marley. We know that. That's what makes it funny. Yeah, slow. Okay, yeah. Tonight we'll do that. We'll do a live stream later. I'm gonna need a break from this when I end up. I don't know what time you thinking, man. What time you thinking? I'll have a bowl of chili. I'll be eating my chili, guaranteed. Fish. No, 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 not up to me. I'm like I said. I'm chilling. I'm almost ready to wind down, man. Two live streams in one day. What guys you trying to do to me? What do you think? I'm some young guy or something? Come on. Holy moly, frijoles. And besides, the bottle of wine's finished. I have to think about what I might have as a cocktail. I know exactly. Okay, I know exactly what I'm going to have when we do the thing. Besides, I'm going to have my chili. And then afterwards, I'm going to open a bottle of scotch. I'm not a big scotch drinker, but when I stocked my bar some months ago, my son showed me a type of scotch. He's into scotch. And when he says, "Dad, this is a good kind of like a good starter scotch." So I think I will have that. It's time to try that. I'm going to get me Slow's having an episode. Oh, there you go. Okay, dual scotch thing. Holy shit. Okay, bonus. Well, you know what? It's getting dark in here, so I am going to turn on a light and close the blinds.
Lean into the sounds you love.
Here we are.
Anywhere with offline downloads or
Okay.
the moment again and again.
I have some light. Let me turn this.
Get all the music without hearing
Come
audio
on,
ads.
stop
Spotify,
spamming the chat,
tap
Callus,
the
or I'll
download
mute
button.
your ass. Good call. Good call, crazy grandma. Don't put up with that nonsense. That's what he comes in on his troll account. All right. I need defense. Besides, Slow, what's the idea of this like sneaking in on a different account? You guys. I'm on my no fucks given. Ah, you're such a slow. He's such a slow. Hey, I didn't even realize. I wasn't planning this, but I'm even wearing red in honor of your new president. How do you like that? Republican red today. Oh, well. Yeah, well, you know what? At that point, baby love, I'm going to time him out for like about a month and a half. No, that's too much. I'll allow one, my son, my oldest account. I don't care if it's 50 years old. Okay, now he's doing this on purpose. You realize that, eh, guys? He is doing this on purpose. He's figuring, I'm going to give the gears to the halibut. And he's sitting there and he's like poking in this and he's having a great time and he's laughing and enjoying himself at my expense. Yeah. Not realizing that, you know what? I may get him. Goodness gracious. Welcome to anyone who's just new coming in here. You know what? If you're getting a kick out of what you're seeing, maybe consider subscribing. Hit the like button. We made chili today. God, I've been on for 2.5 hours. The chili came out really, really well. I'll be eating it later tonight on a dual stream with Slow. And that should be fun. Hey, King Solo Slots, how you doing, sir? Thanks for coming in. And so that's sort of the plan for some time. He hasn't set a time yet. I will leave that up to the Slow Master. He will figure something out. And I'm going to put a small bet that he'll probably not be on time, but, that's Slow. We love him. Crazy grandma. Naughty girl. Okay, well, you know what? If there was any doubt or any if there was any apprehension to doing a dual live with you, Crazy Grandma, it has now just disappeared. So, good work, Paula. Yes, way to go, Paula. That was perfect. Perfect, and perfect. I would have gone a little longer than 10 seconds. Really, eh, baby love? I mean, are we having fun or what? Oh my God. Now, what does it take? Okay, and I obviously don't have this, but you guys that know, what does it take to have a more than 2 people on a live? Because I could see me and Slow and Crazy Grandma on a multi-live or whatever the hell you call it. That could be pretty funny. We could have a few laughs with that, I think. Yeah, Paula nailed it. Yeah, Klondike Bear, I think so. You need that, eh? Is that the one that everyone uses, SteamYard? Do you have to pay for that? Is that one of these so much a month and you get that? I'm completely ignorant with that sort of stuff. I've seen some different streamers that use that and get pretty fancy. He was driving me crazy. Hey, Slow, let that be a lesson to you, man. Paula is pretty tolerant person. If you pushed her over the edge, you're doing something. Oh, okay, 6 people? Shit, that's more than enough. Oh, my God. Okay, you know what? I'll have to talk to Slow about that. He's much more of a tech-savvy guy than me. I'm the neophyte on this kind of stuff. Don't be fooled by my age. I'm such a neophyte when it comes to social media. It's embarrassing, but it is what it is. So, oh, of course she does. Or at least I hope she does. Baby love, if she didn't, that makes it even funnier. Awesome. Okay, there you go. Okay, Paul. Oh, that would have been. Oh, excuse me, guys. Laughing like a fool. That would have been the perfect thing if she didn't know. Oh God. I guarantee you Slow is changing his underwear right now. I guarantee you that he is rolling in the ground laughing. Aren't you, Slow? I told you that's why, baby love. He pissed himself laughing. Oh my God. Oh, well, they say laughter adds years to your calendar, so I think we've all just put a few months onto the calendar, which is always a good thing. Over 50, Marley. Put up some poncho videos. You'll get them, no problem. My God, YouTube is creating a monster. There you go. I was going to sub to you, Marty, but I can while I'm live here. I'll have to do it after you or after I do this thing. This is all people do stuff or even okay. Here's a question for you, for you people that are live and you have things and you refresh your live. How do you do that? Because I saw that and I'm thinking, is that just hitting the circle button that I see on my phone? You know, the one that's the two arrows, one going this way and one going that way? Is that the refresh button? Yes, thank you, baby love. Thank you. Okay, not that I have to, but like, there's different things I see streamers do and say and do. I mean, the one thing that I have not seen, and I don't know if this is because of the size of my. He's back. All right, he's back in his real form. I think you should come visit and give Victor a senior's tutorial. Oh, boo. Oh, now she's making fun of my age. But anyway, that thing where I see different people can activate their subscribers only click. How do you do that? Because I did not see that icon. I was looking for that. Just as a protection against useless trolls, which we've been lucky today, which is fine. But I did not see that. Do you have to reach a certain level or be a certain? Is there a certain parameter before you can do that? So if somebody knows, let me know. Yeah, exactly, Slow. Defend me. Marley's attacking me, making fun of this is called elder abuse. Okay, we can't have that. Oh, I'm rocking, my chair rocks, so that's it. I'm not, it's not like I'm super drunk. I'm just teasing, I know that. I'm just teasing. That's a serious word, and I'm just saying that in fun. Oh, is that right? Oh, how come I can't do it? Baby love, how come I can't do it? I don't understand that. Is that the way it always is? You can you can you can on the regular. I'm on YouTube. That's the only app I ever use for live. No, I'm not blue wrenching you. No, 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 no time soon. You have to earn that. That's interesting. Because I did not see that, baby love. I actually made a point of looking for it because I thought, okay, let me try this thing. It's part of the education. Kevin, hey, you made it, buddy. How you doing? Thanks for coming in. Yes, yes, I had a good Halibut on the weekend. I hit a parlay on Saturday and I hit a parlay on last night. So I made myself about a solid $90 on two parlays, which is good. Like I say, if I hit 1 and 4, 1 and 5, it keeps it going. It was fun. So yeah, Halibut. Yeah, Kevin put that moniker on me of Halibut when I was we were talking sports betting and guys, I am not a big time in any way, shape, or form big time sports better. I have an app that I use like a lot of people do. I'm playing with house money and I make infrequent small bets. I have some fun with it. And like I said, it's their money. And I may go long periods without it. It makes football games, hockey games sometimes fun. But yeah, so it was a good weekend for that. I'm good as a backdoor observer. You guys take care of them. I can see that. Good call, baby love. Yes, where is Irving? Poor guy's probably driving through the snow somewhere. Or doing like Mike and Seamus, staying under the covers where it's safe and warm. That makes me laugh in the morning when Mike is saying, I'm still in bed. And I'm thinking, yeah, I have this vision of him and Seamus and Mike trying to get out of the bed and Seamus basically giving him the look like, how stupid are you? It's nice here. I'm not moving. No, Marley. Actually, most of the people are not. Some in Cali and some all over the place and all over the states. So I'll let them tell you. Yeah, Sin has never been in one of my lives, or I can't remember in a dual stream with Klondike Bear. Are you a Canuck? Well, Klondike Bear. Now that explains why I like you. Way to go. Never have too many Canadians into a live stream. That's for sure. Yes, I've met her in Las Vegas. She is a Vegas. What do you call a native Las Vegas person? So what would you call them? A Vegasite or something? I don't know. Slow's international. He's been all over the place. There, Paula. There you go. Northern California. Oilers versus Habs. When, Kevin? That's not coming up soon. Wait. What? I lived in Northern California. Oilers. Okay. The chat is leaving me behind. This is the time when you kind of sit back and you watch. Klondike said Edmonton. Yeah, well, you know what? Hey, you guys had your shot last year, man. That's tough to get that close. But I got bad news for you. The last Canadian team to win the Cup was the Habs, and the next Canadian team to break that jinx is going to be the Habs. Not this year, but in the next 2 or 3 years, my boys are suddenly starting to play decent hockey. And next year we get that superstar from the KHL, Demidov. He's really good. So, interesting enough. That's right, Kevin. I forgot that's you guys. Well, yes, yes. And that was my parlay last night. I had Habs to win and Caulfield and Suzuki each to get a point. And they got the point. The Habs win, brought it all in for a big, solid, big hit $30 win. Yes, yes, yes. And we're battling for that playoff spot, so it's going to be interesting. The Habs are not a joke anymore, Kevin. I mean, we may not make the playoffs, and no one was expecting us to make the playoffs. Although, if Montreal happens to make the playoffs, that's a nice little $160-something payout that I made at the beginning of the season when the odds were pretty stupid. I said, to hell with it, I'll put $15 on the Habs to make the playoffs. So I've even got an early cash out now. I can make myself $3 or $4, but no. That's, you let it ride to the end. You know what? Nobody liked the guy because he was small and whatever. We grabbed him in what round? Third round, second round? I don't know, but it was like, and I got to be honest. I had my own reservations. I did honestly have my own reservations because, small players in the NHL, you can get killed. Look at Lane Hudson. As talented as that guy is, I thought, my God, he's going to get killed. He's making it. He's handling. Yeah, Marchand, but he's a forward. Look at Hudson. He's a defenseman, man. And he's leading all rookies in scoring. I think he's going to grab the Calder. I think he's going to grab the Calder. Marley, are you a vegan? I don't think so. Yeah, I was going to say, no. Kev, do you think Notre Dame has a chance tonight against Ohio State? Kevin is a great guy to talk sports with. No, but rooting for the... What? Oh, yeah, here you go. No, you did that to me once before, buddy. Sorry. That's Kevin he's trying to bait the halibut. He put the worm on the hook and he threw it in and he said, I got to catch this guy. He caught me once before. Yeah. I think it's 7.5. The actual thing. I'm not gonna touch that game, but I'm a big time. I for whatever reason I have never liked Ohio State, and it's funny because in college football, my biases and preferences are completely illogical. They're like totally stupid, and of course because you got kids that are coming and going. I'm going to lie for 5 seconds and tell everybody to help, but that's chilly. Oh, we're going to do our dual stream. Yeah, love Michigan too. Michigan, I have teams. I have about a half dozen teams that I really like. And I have maybe about a half dozen teams that I totally hate. And the rest I'm kind of neutral. And I enjoy and I'll watch and whatever. Michigan is one of my really liked teams. In fact, I would very much like to go catch, maybe next year. I'm going to see, but I want to go catch a game at the Big House. But to be honest with you, Kev, it's almost scary, man. 100,000 crazy college kids there at a stadium. I mean, if I was 30 years younger, okay, maybe. But No, that's a little bit scary, but I think I want to do that. That would be one hell of a game. Oh, he's such a slow. Oh yeah, you too, Kev. Yeah, I'm kind of bucket listing that because actually, from where I am, I'm a lot closer than you because I'm only less than 2 hours from Detroit. So yeah, I could pull it off. Football big house, not the other kind. Yeah, well, I yes, exactly. Yes, football big house. Irving, we made it. How you doing, Irving? Thanks for coming in, man. Yes, I made chili. It's actually on the stove. It's done. You're gonna have to tune back. Holy shit! I've been on for almost 3 hours. That's scary. But yes, it's freezing cold here. I don't know where you are, because the one thing with Irving, you never know. Anywhere in the continental USA, you could find Irving. So we could all be freezing, and he could be tanning his buns or whatever. So I mean, the Grand USA traveler, Irving Johnson. Thank you for coming in. I'm gonna eat later. I had some calories from the wine, although it's empty now, so I may have to switch to something else. You can wait till about 8:30 is fine. Perfect. Tanning buns. See, Kev, you never know. So, Irving, have you left the home? I know you were homesteading there for a while. Are you on the road yet, buddy? For Marley, Irving is our resident traveler. The man is a professional trucker, and he is all over the United States, so we never quite sure where Irving is. An outstanding individual. I hope one day to meet him. And, he frequently ends up going around Vegas, so you never know. But yeah, Irving is one of the good guys. Now, he has a bit of a warped sense of humor. That's why I like him a lot, but that's okay. Am I right, Irving? And he has this thing about green beans. You know how with vampires you use garlic? Well, with Irving, it's green beans. So you hold up a couple of green beans and he'll back off. So. Okay, there you go. It's a date, 8:30. 8:30, a dual live. Yeah, 8:30 Eastern. I have humor? Are you kidding, Irving? See, that he just proved my point. He just proved my point. Because that's the kind of humor that Irving would say that I completely appreciate and love. Yeah, you're special, man. That's why you're so well liked. Don't ever stop being you. And that actually goes for everybody here in this chat. I'm so blessed and privileged to have you all come visit. And yeah, I do appreciate it. And you're all really fine people. And I hope to meet you all one time or another. In the meantime, we'll have to just settle for this. So, you heard the slow man. We are going live, a dual stream at 8:30 Eastern. Yes, baby love, thank you. Yep, 5:30 Pacific Standard Time. So not even evening for all of you West Coasters. I was trying to be you. Irving, I offer a 3-week course at only $29.95. You too can be a halibut. Few easy lessons. Oh my God. Yeah, I suppose. All right, all right. The Lions won the basketball game. I think Irving's been into the diesel fumes. It's like I've told my kids for so many years. I said, aren't you happy that you don't have a sane father? And they all like give a thumbs up, and yeah, absolutely. Oh, yeah. Slow, you're special, all right. And totally certifiable. No problem. Slow is 100% certifiable. Yeah, exactly. uh, you have a lot of mid. What does that mean? Oh, mods. Oh, I have enough. Town mayor. Kev, we need a campaign slogan for Irving. If that's the case, man, you got to come up with a campaign slogan, right? Can't just run for mayor without a good campaign slogan. No. I thought you were so normal. I was taking lessons to be normal. Oh, I'm sorry, Irving. I hate to be the breaker of bad news. I left normal a long time ago. My God. I have periodical relapses into normalcy, but usually it's somewhere out there. Yeah, the presidential limo. Well, what is that thing, baby love? It's going to be Irving is going to be driving a Ferrari, and I'm going to be in the passenger seat. We're going to be out chasing lot lizards or something like that in Vegas. There's some kind of a crazy harebrained scheme. Oh yeah. 5 of us all on your scooter. Yeah, that'd be a trip. You don't want to kill the biscuit. Oh, Lord. Oh, never mind, Irving. No. You're driving that Ferrari. I expect to go a lot faster than 4 mph. That's for sure. Oh, I'm always laughing. Take a donut. Well, okay, slow. Irving and I will sit down and have an intervention with you, man. Ferrari beats donut all the time. Yeah, baby love, maybe 4 miles per hour if we have the trophy lot lizard, and we can kind of like wave to the crowd, and say like, hey, look what we got, right? And wave to the crowd, but not before. Speed Racer. Remember that crazy show? I was never really into that, but that was a thing. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, wow. Now, slow. Don't be abusive. Okay? They're people too. I've always thought that was very unfair, people trying to make an honest living. Now, the crap the crap they have to endure is not right. I would change all of that, but anyway, that's good. We're having too much fun to get that serious, so we won't go that serious. If you're wondering what I'm doing when I look down here, I have a toothpick that I broke, and I'm doing like they do the Zen thing, and I'm like rearranging it and whatever. So I'm having my metaphysical transmutation there. So there you go. Yes, good call, Irving. Tell him. The boy needs some reorientation here. Get his donut priorities straight, right? Yeah, he's not stuck on Ferrari or Lamborghini. He's stuck on like glaze or sprinkles on the donut. That's where the choices are. Grade A, only 100% USDA grade A. You can check, there's a stamp on their left cheek. Baby Love comes in with a zinger. Oh. See, what did I say? We have a great crowd here. So okay, you guys keep her going because this boy has to go to the boys' room. See you in a bit. Okay, I'm back. Sorry for any of you that thought, oh, my glasses. I need the glasses or I can't read the chat. Ah, that's better. And for any of you bandits who thought I was going to take the phone into the bathroom, sorry. What's your YouTube hook catches fish? Smell good? What are you guys? What the heck you doing? My goodness. Okay, I don't want to know what you guys were chatting about. You're trying to get me. You're trying to get me banned or something. What's going on here, Slow? You're supposed to take care of things when I'm gone. So what do you think, guys? Halibut, exactly. Exactly. And it wasn't my fault. My defense will be to YouTube. Yeah, but I was having a leak. It's not me. Sorry. Kev's got it down to an art here now. All the permutations of halibut. Ban, bet, but. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what I just said. Okay, so we now know Kevin's incredible talent. He can permute a halibut in so many different ways. Speak it in any language he chooses. Which, of course, I don't mind. I'm still waiting for which obscure tunes that been playing in the background get copyrights, right? That they all sound basically the same. It's, background jazz, which all is very, very similar. Like for somebody to actually pick it out and say, "Oh, that's my song." Give me a break. Pretty funny, but what are you gonna do? Scrabble. I haven't played Scrabble in ages. That's a fun game. I actually had an old paperback Scrabble dictionary, and of course there's modern words. Last time I played with my kids, they blew my mind. They're coming, wait a minute, that's not a word. Some of the modern additions to the current lexicon, it was like, you gotta be kidding me. That's not a bleeping word. And anyway. Well, the lip is here. Okay, now if he says, I'll tell you right now, mods, That's my nephew, and if he says anything to disrespect my Montreal Canadiens, you may time him out for a short period of time instantly. Okay, because yeah, there you got fair warning, buddy. Hey, my Habs bounced back though last night. I'm telling you, he's actually a good guy. He's actually a good guy. Except the fact that he's a Leafs fan. So the family can't figure that out. But no one's perfect, right? You're coming in right at the tail end here, Lip. I'm trying to figure out if I should keep this thing going or maybe shut her down. I'm going live on a dual stream with Slow tonight at 8:30 our time. Ah, it's sitting in the pot. It's done. It's sitting on the stove. You missed the go back like 3 hours. Ooh, peanut butter cookies. Everybody cooking. Me, I'm sending you that girl's YouTube on your Instagram. Nice. Oh, Baby Love and Kev are up to no good. Well, what do you think, guys? Honestly now, and honestly, I've been on for over 3 hours. Should I call this a night and recharge for tonight with Slow? What do you guys think? And be fair and honest. What do you think? Yes, I do love those cookies. Nobody's listening to me. They're all having too good of a time. Hey, Baby Love, if you're going to be sending all this good stuff, I expect to get it myself, right? Well, there's 13 of you in here right now, so no, I'm dead serious, guys. It's been over 3 hours, and make a fair call, please. Make a fair call. What do you think? I'll do whatever you guys want to do. I'm feeling pretty good. I'll probably go have to have another drink, but since I decided tonight I'm drinking. Thank you, Kevin. Send the Chippendales for Marty. Careful what you wish for. You have no idea what powers Baby Love is capable of. She might send you something that you'll never unsee once you see it. Yeah, Slow's got a big bankroll when he goes to the casino. Oh my God, Kev. That would be scary. That would be scary. Okay, you bandits. All right, you guys are all sitting here laughing, having fun. I'm going to get myself another drink because the wine is gone. So I'll be back in 2 seconds. Okay, I am back, and I have my 18-year-old Wiser's whiskey, and those things you see inside there was a gift, and they are whiskey rocks. You keep them in the freezer, and they get cold, just like ice cubes, but they don't dilute the whiskey. So I thought I would use that, and there we have, with whiskey rocks and my 18-year-old Wisers. To which somebody I used to work for made a very classic line when he tried it, and he said, "There's not enough O's in smooth." Yeah, the lip appreciates good whiskey. What are you drinking these days, buddy? What's Kevin doing? What am I doing? Look at the video. What video? Send those. Not in my world, Kev. No. Yeah, I've had that. Nothing wrong with that. Still not going to beat this stuff, man. This was great booze 50 years ago. It's still great booze. Kev, what I was saying at one point at the early part of this stream, I drink guilt-free, so I don't have to have a dry January because I didn't abuse myself in December or anything else. Lip, I actually tried their 42-year-old. I actually posted a video on that. Michelle and Avery had that, and I get to try it at their place. Oh my God. 42-year-old whiskey. It was, to say it was amazing, was a tremendous understatement. It was amazing. And I think the strength on it too was like 52, I want to say like 52% or... Oh, of that 42-year-old? Oh, man, I don't remember. It's out of my pay scale, about $350, something like that, $400. Yeah, slow. Okay. Marley loses all credibility here. She only drinks Coors Light, and that's not even a beer. I'm sorry, but that's not even a beer. Although I do remember the last time we were in Vegas together, and I remember buying. Now, I don't remember if it was, I think it was 15 Coors Lights, the small cans, and it was $18. Excuse me. Yeah. Sorry, baby love. Bobo has no taste in that. Paps is garbage. I've teased him about that his whole life. Okay? He may be my only brother, but when it comes to beer, okay, I'm sorry, but he always went for quantity rather than quality. And that's a fact. I used to tease him that if there was a all-you-can-drink trough of beer, you know, where they had like a trough and you kind of bent down and just drank on, he would go for that. And that's an old joke with that. So he does have some fine tastes in alcohol, but Paps is garbage, man. It's absolute garbage. Mind you, Bobo can quote the little blurb on the package about how they won some award 500 years ago that nobody cares about and blah, 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 and this and that, but yeah. Exactly, Marley. Exactly. And Louis, you know I'm right. Okay, you know I'm correct. Okay, here's your chance to call your Uncle Halibut a fucking liar on YouTube because that's your dad. I mean, I was no different in when I was in my 20s and whatever. I mean, when I think of all the cases of cheap Canadian beer that you drank and whatever, but okay, then you get older and you whatever. So I drink less and I drink better. So I appreciate that. Yeah, there's only one Louis the Lip. Yeah, these whiskey stones actually work. The whiskey's nice and cold and no dilution. How you like them potatoes? There you go. Ah, Slow, you're such a Philistine. My goodness. Yeah, but Slow only if there were donuts floating in the pool. Let's be honest here. Not beer, water. Caleb, stay good. If you want, me and Slow are doing a dual live tonight at 8:30, so come back and say hi. We'll be watching the college football game. Yeah, Kev, I will say he has earned that moniker. Definitely. It's a well earned moniker. Yeah, baby love, you know what? I think I'm gonna call this because I could end up sitting here forever and ever, and I'm not young like you sprites. So you know what? I think what time we got here? It's almost 6:30, so that's 2 more hours to Slow. So I'll tell you what, gang. Again, my super thanks to all of you for coming in. It's been a lot of fun. I am going to call it a night, and I will tune back in at 8:30 Eastern, which is about 2 hours from now, whatever your clock says. And I will be live with Slow, and God help us, who knows what he's going to be up to. So, okay, thanks everyone. Again, thank you so much. I'm going to call it a night. And yes, the chili will be on Slow's Live. I'll be eating that then. Okay, guys, have a good night. We'll catch you later.